Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The Buffalo Bills are headed back to the playoffs for the fourth consecutive season after earning a thrilling 32-29 victory over the Miami Dolphins. Tyler Bass, never a doubt. He drills the game-winning field goal on a buzzer beater as time expires to clinch the win for the Bills and clinch a playoff spot. What a game. We've got a lot to talk about. This was a really exciting matchup, and the forecast was calling for a ton of snow, and throughout the game it really didn't look like we were going to get any snow. However, the snowfall came in the fourth quarter, big time. The Bills started out this game with a big time first half, scoring 21 points, up 21-13 going into the half, and I really liked what I saw from the offense in the first half. Josh Allen was utilizing plenty of secondary options, secondary targets. He found Quentin Morris in the end zone, Nyheim Hines in the end zone. These are guys that aren't really getting much coverage. They're not getting game planned for by opposing teams' defenses. And you know what? The addition of Cole Beasley, seeing John Brown back out there for the Bills as well, these are only going to help the Bills in the long run. Take the focus away from Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox. If you want to cover Stephon Diggs, go ahead. Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knox, Isaiah McKenzie, Nyheim Hines. There's plenty of other offensive weapons for the Bills to target. If you want to put all your focus on Diggs, they'll beat you other ways. And on top of all those offensive weapons that you have to worry about, you also have to worry about Josh Allen's legs. He had a fantastic game throwing the football, over 300 yards, 25 completions, and 4 passing touchdowns. But how about what he did with his legs out there? He had the second longest run of his NFL career. It was a 44-yard gain, and that was in a big-time moment for the Bills. Josh Allen came up clutch with that run, getting them in scoring position, ended up capitalizing on that drive with a Dawson Knox touchdown in the fourth quarter. But you know what? The longest career run that Josh Allen has had was back in 2018, his rookie season against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We don't see Josh Allen break out a 40-yard rush too often. You see him break out some big rushes, especially from the quarterback position, but a 40-plus yard game, that can be a game changer. Rain, snow, sunshine, it doesn't matter. Josh Allen can endure the elements. It doesn't matter what the weather is. Josh Allen can endure the elements, and he did it tonight in the snow. Over 300 yards passing and 4 passing touchdowns. A fantastic outing from him. A QB rating of over 100. A picture-perfect game from the play caller under center. And what about that Superman dive? Breaking the plane on the 2-point conversion. Josh Allen looked like Superman out there in that fourth quarter. He made some big plays with his legs, and he got it done through the snow, throwing the football effectively and efficiently as well. Devin Singletary did a great job. I know a lot of people were probably none too pleased when they saw him go down just before getting into the end zone on that final drive, but I felt that it was a risky decision considering the elements, but that just goes to show the belief that this team has in one another. They believe that Tyler Bass, he can go out there, drill the game-winning field goal, exactly what he did in the dying seconds of the game. Why give the Dolphins any opportunity to tie the game and send it to overtime when you can just finish it right then and there? Tyler Bass, automatic. And how about what we saw from Dawson Knox in this game? He had by far his season best game out there against the Miami Dolphins, bringing in 6 receptions on 8 targets for 98 yards and a touchdown in a crucial situation. You love to see that from your big tight end coming up clutch for the Bills, and I feel as if he's going to play a pivotal role for this team going forward, especially going into the playoffs. Teams are going to try to take away Josh Allen's number 1 target, Stephon Diggs. Probably see a lot of double team on Diggs. So that opens up other receivers. Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox, Isaiah McKenzie, Gabriel Davis, these guys are going to have to make plays down the stretch of the season, especially in the playoffs. Yes, I can say in the playoffs now because the Buffalo Bills have clinched their playoff spot. Now, there are some concerning things that I witnessed in this game as well, and I'm not trying to be too nitpicky after a great team victory. However, stopping the run in this game was a real problem. Raheem Mostert ran all over the Buffalo Bills defense. They really had no answer for him throughout the game. And that Cam Lewis roughing the kicker play, that could have been really costly for this Bills team. Tyreek Hill brought in a 20-yard reception for a touchdown right after that. It's like a turnover. You take a roughing the kicker penalty, the team retains possession, and they go down the field and score a touchdown. That could have been really costly for this Bills team. Thankfully, the defense made a stop when they needed to afterwards, and the Buffalo Bills offensive unit, they came up clutch in a do-or-die moment, driving down the field, getting a touchdown, and then with a game-winning field goal. Those are penalties you cannot take. I expect that to be addressed inside the locker room. That's a mistake that you just can't make. I know maybe he was going hard trying to block the kick, but you cannot make that. Yeah, that's an error you can ill afford to make. And that wasn't the only penalty the Bills took in this game. They had 7 penalties for 51 yards lost. So obviously that's not ideal either. You'd like to reduce those penalties as much as you possibly can. But really now I'm getting pretty nitpicky. That one penalty was the one that really stood out to me, and I'm sure it stood out to you as well. That's something that you just can't have happen. Now, something else that's been a problem, it's been a recurring theme for the Bills really throughout the majority of this season. It has been second half points offensively. The offense tends to slow down in the second half of football games, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. If it's something that they're changing their play calls too much, making them more conservative, trying to run down the clock. However, it needs to change because they're allowing teams to get back into games. It was 21-13 at half, and since week 8, here's a concerning stat for you. The Buffalo Bills in the first half have totaled 137 points. That's fantastic. In the second half, 72 points. And yes, I understand that they're taking big leads into the second half a lot of the times. But there's been a lot of tight games on the Bills' schedule since week 8. They need to correct this going forward, especially going into the playoffs, because they are a playoff team. They've officially made the playoffs. They're going to need to clean this up going into the playoffs. I'd like to see them keep adding on those points. Don't stress out your defense. Don't make things harder on yourself. Stay consistent. Keep scoring points. And I'm not in the locker room, so I can't tell you what the problem is. If it's something going on at halftime, if they just come out, if they come out tired in the second half, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just something with play calling, trying to play too conservatively. However, I feel that needs to change. They need to continue pouring on the points in the second half. You can never have enough points in the National Football League, especially going deep into the playoffs. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to keep scoring points. Thank you for watching this video. This has been a great night. Fantastic game we just witnessed between the Bills and the Dolphins. The Buffalo Bills squished the fish on Saturday Night Football. It's not too often we get to watch these Saturday Night Football games. This one definitely didn't disappoint. It was a snow game. They're calling it the Snow Globe in Orchard Park. What a game. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts about this video and anything that you took away from this game down below in the comment section. Stay tuned for more content coming your way. And until next time, I'm Jake Varco. This is the Bills Bunker.